Shalom, greetings, peace be unto you. This is the live. This is the live. 1800 hours. This live is welcome to all who would like to attend, regardless of your skin tone, regardless of your religious affiliation, regardless of your sexual orientation or gender or political viewpoint. The only thing that's required, if you want to type anything in my comment section, because it is my comment section, because this is my live, is to first greet everybody with a peaceful greeting according to your culture, your customs, and your ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to air up and give people a chance to file in if they want to participate in the live. Oh, they messing with my signal. That's okay. Everybody knows what today is. I was going live today to continue the topic that we were discussing yesterday. It's been one of those days for me, whether you care or not. I'm just informing you, the viewer, that yeah, we're gonna hit this hard and heavy. And I'm gonna give you a heads up on the topic. And it deals with 9/11. Like I mentioned in my TikTok video, if you are triggered by certain topics and you don't know how to work your trigger guard, this live is not for you. Please scroll on. Regardless if I'm here by myself or if there's a billion people watching, the first thing that you have to do is greet people peacefully in the comment section, because if you don't do that, you ain't civilized, your brain is smooth, the live ain't for you. Please scroll on. And if you cannot do that, I will help you do that. Because if you can't read a short paragraph, a channel description, and then greet people you don't know in a peaceful fashion, you are uncivilized. You're the type of individual that Columbus, you know what I'm saying, possessed after he kicked the bucket, and you're not welcome here. So with that being said, I'm almost finished airing up, and we're gonna begin. And I don't want to mess up, Noradilla, Yacob, Shalom, thank you for joining the live today. Today's topic is 9/11. Never forget. That's the topic for the live today. If that triggers you, please scroll on. All right? And some people get triggered by guns because they're weak. Are you triggered? Did this trigger you, Big Chief? You might want to get one, Big Chief, because they're coming to the reservation to round y'all up, just like they're rounding up everybody in a minute with these checkpoints. Because that's what's coming next. And I ain't no psychic. I'm not Madam Cleo. I don't have a magic ball. Well, I'm not here to joke. Does it look like is the topic? And see, this is, wait one. Does it look like I'm joking? Does it look like I'm joking? You can't settle anything. Fact of business, please get out of my live, Big Chief. You're not welcome here. You're uncivilized, just like them colonizers that put y'all on them reservations. So please scroll on. Because there's nothing funny about people losing their lives. But you want to make jokes. And the topic is not a laughing matter. What if that was your mama in them buildings on 9/11? What if that was your daughter or your wife? Would you like somebody laughing at their demise? You know, Charlie Kirk just kicked the bucket. I don't even laugh at him. I'm not laughing about that. Yeah, be off. Be off. Good riddance. Now, before I was so rudely interrupted, today's topic is 9/11. Never forget. And the question for the topic is, what is it they don't want us to forget? They just, ever since 2001 and those terrorist attacks, never forget. Well, the question is, what is it specifically do not want us to forget about 9/11? Because I know what they want us to forget, and I know what they want us to remember. And you, the viewer, if you'd like to participate in the comment section, it's welcome to all, regardless of your belief, regardless of your religious affiliation, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless. It's welcome to all, under condition that you first read my channel description. And if it's something that you're still interested in and you would like to participate in it, simply come and do what everybody else is doing in a civilized fashion, whether they agree or disagree. Greet everybody with a peaceful greeting, because if that's beneath you, you ain't civilized. Like Big Chief, he ain't civilized. Matter of fact, I doubt he's even a Native American. Probably a Siberian. Stick a tack in that. I'll come back to that, because that ain't even a topic. However, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to open it up. And we're going to speak truthfully about that subject. Because you read my channel description, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to expose the lies that enslave us all. And when I say all, I do mean everybody, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your color, regardless of who you sleep with at night. No, we've all been lied to. Now, you see, there's a higher standard, man. There's a higher standard. You know, don't go do something to somebody you wouldn't want done to you. Hopefully, Big Chief is working on a smooth brain syndrome, because what he did to me is something that he wouldn't want done to him. And I don't deal with people who can't read. You know, thank you for joining. You have a good day. You go figure out what's up, because it's obvious you don't know. But I know your time is up. And if you can't greet people you don't know in a peaceful fashion, you can scroll on. And you the reason why the country is the way that it is. Not only that, your mama didn't raise you right. To the last person with his little laugh emoji, because his mama is probably his girlfriend. And that's exactly what he is. He's projecting now. He is on me, because that's what he is. Because this internet, the social media, has done nothing but breed a bunch of keyboard warriors who type things in comment sections they wouldn't dare say to that person's face. Me different, because I'm not monetized by YouTube, TikTok, social media. This is real. This ain't reality. This is real. Anybody can get at me. They want to get at me. I dox myself from Meridian, Mississippi. If you ever want to holler at me, come to Highland Park at 12 o'clock. I'll be under the gazebo eating my sandwich, reading my Bible. You're more than happy. You're more than welcome to come and study that scripture with me, and I'll share. Or if you come, you know, trying to do something, okay, I'm going to put something in you that you're going to need a surgeon to remove, if you can get to one. And that's not even a threat. And it's funny how you all can come in the comment section distracting, typing some of the most disgusting things, and they don't do nothing about it. But y'all go run crying, reporting people, because your heart's pumped Kool-Aid. That ain't in my blood. I got blood in my heart. I ain't got Kool-Aid. If you can articulate yourself, this live is for you. If you cannot articulate yourself in a mature and civilized fashion, this live is not for you. And I will take these lies and all of this negative energy and I'll throw it right back at you, because today ain't the day. And I don't have time to play with nobody today. It's a very serious topic. People lost their lives. Regardless if they were black, white, Muslim, Jew, Christian, people lost lives. Not only that, children lost their lives. All in the sake of profit. That's what they want you to forget. That it was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. And the majority of Americans' brains are so smooth, they really think it was all orchestrated from a cave in Afghanistan. And then people hijacked those planes with box cutters. That makes sense to you smooth brains. Get out of here. You know, there were people, there were military, there were vets on them planes. I'm a vet. And you be hard pressed to get me to believe. You know, I went to basic at Fort Jackson. I did my AIT at Fort Huachuca. It's really hard pressed for anybody to get me to believe that there were veterans on those planes and they hijacked them planes with box cutters. And them vets didn't do nothing. It's real hard pressed for you to get me to believe that NORAD dropped the ball for hours. When Arnold Palmer flew a one-engine Cessna, lost radio communication with the tower, and flew into Washington, D.C. airspace, within 15 minutes, they had not one, not two, not three, but 4 F-14 fighter jets at his wings, ready to shoot him down out the sky. But they didn't know what was happening with those planes. September 11, 2001. If you believe that, you know, keep stroking off to your imagination, but you're far from reality. Okay? It's not a joking matter. Because the loss of life shouldn't be a joke. I ain't making jokes about your heroes, you white conservative Christian nationalists posing as Native Americans in my comment section, calling yourself chief when you probably chiefed a little too much chief. Because if you can't greet somebody with a peaceful greeting, this ain't for you. Hi, that's a peaceful greeting. Hello, that's a peaceful greeting. Namaste, that's a peaceful greeting. Assalamu alaikum, that's a peaceful greeting. Shalom, that's a peaceful greeting. Hey, what's happening? That's a peaceful greeting. Hello, everyone. Those are peaceful greetings. If your brain is so smooth you can't muster something like that before you start trolling in my comment section, your brain is smooth. You have SBS, smooth brain syndrome. It's not an insult. I'm not calling you names. It's an observational statement based upon the preponderance of the evidence that you leave in my comment section. And you really need to do better. Not only with your trolling, but with your life. Because obviously you don't have one. If you actively look for people to just troll, that don't make no sense. If what I'm talking about is something that triggers you, you can scroll on. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, they say 9/11, never forget. But they don't say what they don't want us to forget. Well, I'm gonna tell you what they want us to forget. They want us to forget the truth that it was an inside job. And they want us to remember to forget the truth. That's what that phrase, never forget, on 9/11 means. That's the only logical thing. That's the only logic to that phrase. That's the only logic. They want us to never forget that the government lied to us and used our tax dollars to unalive U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. That's what they don't want us to forget. And as a veteran, if you're going along with it, man, don't tell me thank you for your service, man. Forget you. This means enough. It don't mean F you. It means enough. I've had enough of people telling me thank you for your service. But they stroking the shaft, painting the tree, swallowing the gravy of white supremacy and fascism being run at the helm at the White House. So you can miss me with that. Respectfully. Okay? If you be civilized long enough to have a conversation, the way it works is this. You got a question you want to ask it in the comment section. I'm going to give you an answer. If it's dealing with the topic. But we already know what the topic is, right, boys and girls? Now that you know the topic, if you have any questions about the topic is 9/11, never forget. What is it they don't want us to forget? Read everybody peacefully and ask your question. And I will answer your question. And after I answer your question, I will ask you a question. If you feel like you don't have to answer my question, even though I answered your question, it's no longer a conversation, and I'm going to ignore you. That's how the lives work. That's how they've been working for years. And I don't care. I mean, you know, likes are appreciated but not required. Subs are appreciated but not required. The only thing that I ask anybody that watches my content to do is to look into the information that I provide for themselves, to either validate it as true or invalidate it as a lie. Because if you kill a lie, you kill a sin. And America's the home of that. Lies. and sin. Because a lie is sin. And you know what? For all the people out there that subscribe to the Bible, the only unforgivable sin is blasphemy against the Ruach HaKodesh, which you call the Holy Spirit. And there's no lying in the Holy Spirit. Therefore, we can come to the conclusion that if you know something is true, and you call that truth a lie, that's blasphemy. Assalamu alaikum, brethren. Your brain is smooth. And that's a you problem. And I ain't got no problem. I subscribe to the one Asan Unique. Let me get this one. Asan Unique, who said, and I quote, "If I got a problem got a problem until it's gone." I don't have problems. My problems got problems. And I'm my problems. And if you subscribe to that mentality, you should feel the same way. If you got a problem, make sure that problem has a problem until it's gone. Yeah, let me get this, man. Yeah, I'm live right now. I ain't gonna get you on. Yeah, that one. So just remember, if you can't do unto others as you have them do unto you, you don't subscribe to a higher standard. So if you come in here with that energy, I'm going to return that energy. But just know you ain't pressing my day. My day has already been pressed. Every year around this time, my day is pressed. Because people buy these well-dressed lies so they can wave their USA flags, put them at half-mast, and feel warm and fuzzy like their government can't do no wrong. Let me get the, yeah. Yeah. You really think this is the land of the free, huh? It is. Freedom to starve. Freedom to be made victim. You know. We good? Assalamu alaikum, brother. Hey, how you doing, love? Appreciate you, man. You have a good day. Now, the message was here. It's real amazing how people throw rocks and run. That's what cowards do. And I say thank you to the last person that left that little message, because you a coward. Your heart pumped Kool-Aid. Your mama should have swallowed you. Your mother should have swallowed you. You should have been a back shot. Now back to the topic. The topic is 9/11. 9/11. And see, that's exactly a good example of what someone with SBS would do. Deviate from the topic. And they ain't gonna smack nobody because they cowards. Like I said, that's the attitude of the majority of Americans in this country. Sat you in the corner. Okay, Levitt or whatever the hell your name is, with the pretty little avatar because you're too scared to show your face. Now, if your brain cells stop competing for 100th place, you come back tomorrow. More than welcome. More than welcome. So that's the topic. Just like all my lives, if you don't want to contribute to the topic, that's fine. And here's how I know that people that make them threats, like the last person coming to this live, they cowards. People are cowards. It's evidence. That's why I don't press them. It's evidence that validates SBS as a real syndrome. It's not a joke. It's not an insult. I'm not calling you names. It's an observational statement based upon the preponderance of the evidence that you leave me in my comment section. Talk about what you're going to do to me. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. I guarantee you, I give you a dose, make you wish your pappy never shot you out of his testicles. You really don't want it. But nonetheless, yeah, 9/11, children lost their lives. Firemen lost their lives. And you know how I feel about police, right? And police lost their lives. And see, all the trolls in the comment section throwing threats, they're going to do everything but answer the question pertaining to the topic of the live this afternoon, this day, right? Deviate. You ain't going to answer that question. What are we never supposed to forget? What are we never supposed to forget about this day in history? You're not brave enough to speak the truth. You don't have the balls enough to speak the truth about that. And that's the problem with Americans. Y'all sissified. You ain't got no spunk. You don't have none. You don't have any self-determination. You're used to everything being done for you, and things are convenient as long as it goes along with that wax, right? That white supremacist cream salve comes in a jar. You'll roll with it, regardless of what skin tone you in, because you're too coward to call the system out for what it is, and that's unjust. You know, Robert Nesta Marley wrote, he said, he wrote the words of Haile Selassie's speech and turned it into a song, and he named the song War. But outside of the song, the words that Haile Selassie spoke are true to this day. To this day. Yeah. Until the philosophy that holds one race superior than another is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Until the color of a man's skin is of no more significant than the color of his eyes. Until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regards to race. There's war. And that's what it's been. Because race is the grand deception that they talk about in the book of Revelation. There's too much evidence to support that fact, because it is a fact. Yeah. These folks, they're only happy unless somebody else is miserable. You haven't figured out in life, you don't have to take somebody else's peace to get some. You don't. But because misery loves company, because racists don't go to kingdom, because all a racist person knows how to do is throw insults, empty threats, and lies. They want company. They want to bring you down and press you. Well, it's up to you. And see, I know me better than anybody else. Before you try to sketch me in this little comment section, find out who you are. Find out who you are. Find your name in the heavens, okay? Before you come try to sketch me out, because I guarantee you that picture ain't gonna look nothing like me. Because I am not one thing. I'm the sum of my parts, and I trek with a higher standard that says, "Do unto others as you have them do unto you." And you ain't got to believe in the prophets, but that's the law. That's natural law. Ain't nobody ever have to tell you watching me right now that if you don't want to be stabbed for no reason, you shouldn't go around stabbing people. But smooth brains don't get it. Smooth brains don't want to get it. What they want to do is they want to see somebody with something they have, stab them, and take what they wanted, and leave them bleeding in the street, which is not righteous. They're right. Right. Matter of fact, far right, if you really want to be honest. But they are far, 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 far from righteous. And there's a difference between being right and being righteous. I don't do these lives to be right. That's not my mission. That's not my goal. That's not the purpose of this live. The purpose of this live is for those that seek righteousness like myself, like minds, to come together, because iron sharpens iron. I don't know everything, but I know what I know. I can speak from my lived experiences. And if it's not wanted or warranted, all you have to do is scroll. And if you can't, you have smooth brain syndrome. It's as simple as that. Your brain's too smooth. You know, flush out your headgear. Step outside of your ego. Research the topic again from more than one source. You understand? Use some critical thought. Come to a logical conclusion. And subscribe to the higher standard, which is to do unto others as you have them do unto you. And even if you don't believe in the prophets, that's the law. That's the higher standard, y'all. That's the one thing they don't want us to do. They don't want us to do that. To do that. Get it? That little two-letter word, D and O, do. Read the scripture, it'll bless you. It said, blessed are they that do his commandments. Not blessed are they that talk about it. Not blessed are they that whoop and holler about the Holy Spirit and shamalama ding dong, should have bought a Honda rolling all over the floor in church on Sunday morning about it. It says, blessed are they that do. Do is an action. Do is a verb. And everybody want to do anything but that. They want to do everything but that. That's what they want to do. Because everybody's had a taste of that wax. I don't care who you are, what your religion is, what your color is. I don't even care where on the planet you live. Everybody's had a taste of that wax because they gave everybody that wax. Those European colonists whose German eugenicists came up with a pseudoscience known as race. And that's what had the last person triggered. Talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. I know that person knows what I'm talking about. But they're triggered because they know what I'm saying is the truth. So they have to divert to insults and threats. That person is brainwashed. That person. A little pretty little picture. Right. Let me see if I can show y'all they little smooth brain comment. They here. It makes me know never mind. It says, who shall believe our report? Well, I'm one person reporting. And to be honest with you, I know my Abba in heaven knows what I'm saying is true because I lived through it. He brought me through it. Through his son, he brought me through it. A lot of things that you all would fold. You'd fold. Y'all just don't understand. But you will one day. I guarantee it. Well, I don't guarantee it, but one greater than I, my friend, he guaranteed it. And they keep counting them out. And that's up to you. Everybody has free will to choose. Didn't nobody have to tell you treat people the way you want to be treated. But we have a white conservative Christian nationalist movement in America that is really neo-Nazism. That's what it is. And in a minute they're gonna start with the checkpoints. Papers, please. And it's real funny how all these racists, y'all getting the brunt of it. And y'all still polarizing these people in Washington, D.C. You still think the government gonna come save you. Because Jesus is a hack to you. That God y'all always going on about in these churches, y'all conservative, it's a hashtag to you. Because if it wasn't, you would elaborate on what it is you don't want people to forget today. Okay? That's logic. Because if you really gave a damn about the people, you tell us exactly what it is we ain't supposed to forget. What? We're supposed to never forget to hate people that aren't white. We're supposed to never forget to hate Muslims. We're supposed to never forget that Uncle Sam is daddy. And what daddy say is always right, like word of that God y'all always hashtagging. Right? Call me when I'm capping now. I'm not above correction. But it's always quiet in the comment section. Because y'all always come with y'all feelings, y'all insults, y'all diversions, and no answers. Because you're triggered. You're going to come into a soldier's live and get gun up. It's like Big Chief and the rest of them. Oh, it's time to joke now. Right? Them babies that didn't get a chance to grow up. Oh, it's time to joke about that now. Right? You jump up, don't even say, hey, how are you? I'm from so-and-so. It's making jokes. How would you feel, Big Chief, if I came to if your wife died, and I came to the funeral making jokes about her lying in that coffin? It's still funny to you? Is it still funny to you? This Levated, whatever, Escalola, whatever. I'll meet you right there in Highland Park. I'm not going to go out my way looking for no fight. But if you want to come start a fight, I guarantee you I'm going to finish it. And like I said, you're going to wish your daddy never skeeted you out his testicles. Messing around with me. Now, I'm not Billy Badass, but I'm a close second. And I might not be able to beat you down, but you're going to know you was in a fight. In fact, I'm too old to fight anybody. I'm going to stick something sharp in your throat. Like that sharp piece of lead that hit Charlie Kirk. You come talking about putting your hands on me. Whoever, whatever the hell you are. In that comment section. That last comment there in that comment section. I'm not here for your entertainment. My name ain't Sambo. And it ain't Uncle Tom. And if the truth pisses you off that bad, why don't you direct all of that negative energy towards the right agents? The ones that caused that stuff to happen on 9/11. Instead of a vet that fought defending that flag. That old dirty ass red, white, and blue rag that I don't give a damn about no more. Because I read my Bible in Exodus 20, it says I'm not supposed to have no graven images. I ain't supposed to bow down to them flags. And I don't. Now, I relate to the flag in the same way and in the same manner that the flag relates to me. Now, if you want to know how a flag relates to this guy, simple. Ask the flag. Ask the flag. That's what you should do. And how do you do that? Research. Something that smooth brains don't do. They run on political truths. It's true because that's what they told me. That's what makes it true. And then what they're told becomes their personal truth. Their personal truth. Yeah. And then somebody like me comes along with a critical truth. And the critical truth can't be changed. Fire is hot. That is a critical truth. You don't believe me? Put your hand on the stove. Let me turn on the eye. Don't move. Let's debate on whether the stove gets hot while your flesh is burning on the eye. Let's do that. Your opinions. I'm not talking about opinions, feelings, what I believe. I'm talking about what I know. And what I know is true. You don't have to believe my report, but my report is true, just like the words is coming out of my mouth. 9/11 was an inside job. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. And I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. It is true. Our government used tax dollars to unalive U.S. citizens and pulled off the biggest digital bank heist in this country's history. That's what was done on 9/11. That is what we should never forget. Not all this fanciful fanfare and bell ringing. No, never forget. That's what they did. And old Charlie Kirk, yeah, he felt like, yeah, we're gonna lose some lives to gun violence. Well, he lived by the gun, he died by it too, didn't he? I got mine for self-defense. I don't got mine to ride around looking for people to rob or steal from. It's for self-defense. I defend myself because I have that right, biblically and legally. So whether you talk about man's law or the Most High Yah, His law, I have the right to defend myself. Verbally, physically, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm not gonna lay down and take it. Now, just because you a coward and you weak, you wanna lay down, spread your cheeks, take that big red, white, and blue flag up the backside, then that's your choice. Wipe the Cheeto dust from your mouth after you get up and he finished. Because he ain't finished. Trust. He gonna have you on your knees for a while. Whoever you are, trolling this content. Well, I'm at the half hour. And it seems like if there was any cap in what I'm saying, somebody would have provided evidence to the contrary. And I don't know about you, but I feel better. Because I know I ain't crazy now. That's right. 9/11 was an inside job. Nobody has a receipt to prove to the contrary. Outside of a vague never forget. Without telling people what they ain't supposed to forget. But I'm going to tell y'all what never to forget. Never forget that today is a special day. Today's a special day because there were some people breathing yesterday that are not breathing today. And I bet they wish they could be breathing today. If you could ask Charlie Kirk, I guarantee you he'd tell you, yeah, he would rather be breathing today. But the thing with Charlie Kirk had 31 years on this planet. 31 years on this planet to repent for whatever wrongdoing, whatever lies that he told, whatever hate that he spewed. He could have rectified that. And he chose not to. He wish he could be breathing today, but he ain't. But you are, if you're watching this now or at a later date. You're breathing today. It's a special day because throughout the annals of history, time, and the cosmos, there's never been a day like today. And after today is gone, it's never coming back. And after it's gone, there's nothing you can do to change what happened yesterday outside of being a better human today. Be better today than you were yesterday. That's the one thing that the shooter took from Charlie Kirk. He took that from him. And the shooter is just as wrong as Charlie is. I humble myself. All of this praying and Shabbat and feast days and all that I've been keeping, I'm doing it because I'm supposed to. True. But do you think I'm going to trade my place for somebody like Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk know what the hell he was doing was wrong. He knows that. He knew that. He knew that. There's no way he couldn't have known that. Yeah. And instead of being a civilized, moral human being, flushing out his headgear and taking the antidote, his SBS proved to be physically fatal. And on that note, I want to say thank you to everybody that attended, to all my little trolls that put them threats in the room and whatnot. Thank you for the evidence that what I'm telling you is true, because SBS is a real syndrome. So may the Most High keep and bless you. May the Most High smile upon you. May the Most High raise his countenance unto you and give you shalom. The Most High bless and keep you. May his countenance be gracious unto you. May the Most High smile on you and give you shalom. Shalom means peace be unto you. It don't mean I'm coming to blow your house up. I'm the Mad Trucker. I'll be going live in the Rising. 0700 hours. Thanks for watching.